Yes, YouTube, how you doing? It's Rockstar Dad here. So the wee man's at school and I've been coming up with some ideas for this Dimash song. So if this is the first time you're tuning in, hello, how are you doing? Over the course of the past 2 weeks, me and the wee man, my son, have been binging on Dimash songs. And the whole point behind it is because we wanted to write a song in the style of Dimash. So I'm teaching the wee man songwriting at the moment and how to structure a song and put it together and come up with ideas. So we thought we'll do it on YouTube and we'll put together some videos and it might help some other people put together some ideas as well. I think it's interesting for you guys to see how a song gets constructed from the foundations up. There's not one way to start writing a song. Now, if you haven't watched any of the videos so far, they do kind of look like this. Yes, we are going to write Dimash's next big hit with your help. Over the past few videos, we have taken a list of things that we think should be included, or at least we need to think about when we're constructing this song. Now, you've written some of your songs already, haven't you? You've done that.
The poem into the notes and it becomes a song.
Start with a poem, so you can start with words. This is the trick with songwriting. You can start in many places. You don't have to start in one place. You can start with the words, you can start with a melody, you can start with chords, an idea, anything. You can start with a concept. There are some common themes Dimash uses in his songs, and here is a list we have made. He uses a lot of minor chords. If you haven't subscribed, push the button, baby! Push the button. Push the button. You know you want to. Won't you push the button? Yes, we're over on Patreon as well. There's lots of stuff getting added to Patreon as we speak. There's extra videos that you won't see on YouTube. There's albums, a whole bunch of stuff. Check the link out down here after this video. So back to this Dimash song. We did a video already on the things that interest us about Dimash. And one of the main things was that a lot of his songs are slower songs. They're ballads, they're minor chords. And I've come up with some ideas. When I start writing a song, and as a lot of people do, they start with acoustic guitars or a piano. Nowadays, some people start on a laptop, some people start with drum grooves, some people start with pre-prepared loops or things like that and work on it that way. I think a lot of people still use the old school way where it's sitting down with a guitar or a piano or something. So I've got a couple of chord progressions that I think are quite interesting where I want to start it from. And the whole idea, we said we were going to write a song about, maybe relate it to something about war, something about the human spirit overcoming war, the strength you actually need to go through a war. So we're going to examine that and we're going to look at that in the lyrics we write and the melodies that we write. Now, I did do a reaction video on the Dimash song. He's already done a whole big epic video on war, the story of one sky. And I did the video and I deleted it by mistake. It's off the phone, it's off everything, I can't get it back. And I feel that I can't watch it again because I've seen it already, so it won't be a first time reaction. All I can say is that it brought a tear to the eye and it was absolutely epic. And if you haven't seen that video, I can only recommend it. So that's The Story of One Sky by Dimash. It is phenomenal. It's a great piece of art about war and just how horrible it is. We're not trying to write the next Story of One Sky, or Story of Two Skies, or Story of One Sky 2. We're trying to write another song for Dimash that would be applicable, something that he could kind of sing. Let me just break this down a little bit for people that aren't musicians. 3 basic family of chords, right? We get minor chords, sad, we tweak one note in there, and we get happy, right? That's the cool thing with music. As in life, there's a very fine line between happiness and sadness. Sad, happy. I'm only changing one note there and it goes from happy to sad, right? And we have one more chord. So we have happy chords, major chords, sad chords, which are minor chords. And we also have something called dominant chords, which dominant chords are a little bit of a mixture between happy and sad. We've got minor, we've got major, and we've got dominant. So you could say dominant is maybe closer to the major family, but it does have something extra in it. It's called dominant, it's pushing, right? You know, it's kind of pushing somewhere. Dimash uses a lot of minor chords in his songs and dominant chords. Obviously major chords as well, but a lot of the songs are minor based. So I come up with this, it's like an A minor thing. Then it's to an F. And it's a C. And a G, maybe. Now I'll show you what I've got here. So I've got this A minor. Now I'm going to keep that A in the bass. I'm going to change to the F. And then I'm going to drop the A down to a G, but I'm going to play a C over the top of my G. Now that G is okay, but I like a dominant E after that as well. I think Dimash would like that, so kind of... So I kind of like that one. I like that, so... So that's one of the chord progressions. Now Dimash uses a lot of key changes in his music, and what I've thought about the key changes is that I thought I'll put one in straight away. Now this is maybe a chorus. In my head I've got it that this is maybe a chorus. It might not be, it might be a bridge. I don't know yet, I'm just playing around with ideas. So A minor. Then I'm going to modulate it. So play the same chord progression. Then back down. Back down to that original one. So I've got the same chord progression happening twice, but the second time it modulates. All I would do now is sit around and play with some melodies. I've got some ideas for some words. Originally, when I was listening to Dimash before the idea of the war song, I thought, don't wait until tomorrow. Something of hope, you know, spirit. Don't wait until tomorrow to do stuff. Do it today. And it's so important, right? Because time goes so fast on this earth. There is no tomorrow, only eternal now, right? So I thought, don't wait until tomorrow. That's a song that I could write, I would like to write. And that's what I started writing, don't wait until tomorrow. I put some words together. Now is the time to be strong. Now is the time to switch on. Now is the time to rise up. And that was kind of all I had for the verses so far. And then a chorus maybe, don't wait until tomorrow, because it never comes. So there's some words in there, we don't need to keep them now. You need to remember that when you're writing a song, don't get attached to stuff, because once you get something in your head, anything else that might come in that could be better, you might not see it. You know, your eyes might be clouded. So that could be what happens, but I don't know if that's another song. Maybe that's not this song, we don't wait until tomorrow. I'm trying to find a hook line now, you know. So what I could do is start singing some stuff over the chords. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. So what I would do with that now, I would maybe listen back to some of those ideas, see if there's anything that interests me. There could be nothing in there. What I like to do sometimes is record that chord progression and then play around with just the melody on the guitar, you know, so I can focus on the melody. So, that was the idea so far that I had, but I also had another idea for a chorus. This is like a bigger in-your-face key change that happens in the chorus. So I had those original chords. To the G. So let me just run those two past you. The first one, which was... So that's the first one. The second one, a little bit more of a more epic key change for me. Stay not know. Need to get back to that key. That's what I've got so far. Those two chord progressions for a chorus. I'm thinking that's a chorus. I'm going to get the wee man on it with me to look through some melody lines for it. What I need now is a hook line. I think there's one or two hook melody lines that I was singing just as I was doing that I might work on. But what I need is some words. I need that name of the book. That's what I need. And then the song is going to write itself. If I can think of, right, something about war, something about the human spirit, something that can overcome, something, what do you need? What do you need to do that? Maybe that. That's what I would write down, my thoughts, you know, what do I need? What do you need? What do we need? Maybe, I don't know. What do we need? Maybe, as a human race. The one last thing I'm going to run past you, I was thinking 4/4 so far. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, okay? But I was also thinking maybe 6/8. Because I've not really heard him do 6/8 songs, and that could be interesting, right? With 6/8, we just change the time and the rhythm of it, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that, but we could do both actually. We could do 6/8 and 4/4. One more thing, one more quickie that I just had in there. I've got an idea of maybe for a verse. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me run that past you again. Idea for a verse. Maybe. So I think the first thing first, let's write the chorus first. Once we have the biggest section, then we can tone down the verse. I think it's always easier to write a chorus first and then go from there, because then you've got your biggest section. If you write a verse that is really good, sometimes it's hard to supersede what you've already written, you know. So that's just a basic start. What I'll do on the playback for this, I'm going to mess around just with some string lines as well as I play those chords and mess around with that. Let me know in the comments what's reverberating with you guys, what sounds good, what you think we could use. And we'll continue. I'll get the wee man on here on the next one and we'll see if we can finish this chorus off. I think we're almost there with this chorus now. If you've not subscribed, please do. Patreon's down there. Loads more videos on Patreon. I'm putting up things like family jams. We have these family jams where me and the wee man and his little brother, we sit around and we just jam stuff. Yes, it's good to have you guys here. All the best, all over the world. All the best, guys.
Yes.